Hey guys, Kenzairo here, and what an amazing season we just had for Demon Slayer. This anime went on for about 6 months, and from beginning to the end it was an amazing experience. However, a few days ago it ended, at least season 1, and at the end of the final episode they announced that the train arc from the manga is going to be turned into a movie. The decision to make this arc into a movie is rather interesting. They could have easily announced a season 2 for the anime and then a year later continued the story with a season 2. But now I think we are going to get a movie next year, and then there's going to be another wait period before we get a season 2. So now the question is, why did they actually decide to go for a movie? Why not simply begin the next anime season? Was turning this arc into a movie a good decision? Well, to be honest, there's a good side and also a bad side to this decision. So starting off, why don't we actually begin with the good side? The positive of turning this train arc into a movie, in simple words, would be amazing animations, crazy visuals, a chance to experience the Demon Slayer anime on the big screen, and a compact, well-adapted experience. Now, it is no secret that Demon Slayer already had some of the best animations that we saw this year, alongside maybe Mob Psycho Season 2 and Attack on Titan. The animations for Demon Slayer already match up to the animations of many movies out there, so imagine how well the animations and visuals for the movie are going to be. When working on the anime, the staff for the animation studio might have some restrictions. They have to release a new episode every single week, which can get stressful and difficult if the production schedule is not good. At times, it even results in bad animations, bad art, bad pacing, and so much more. A movie, however, is a little bit easier to handle in those terms. Of course, a movie can face difficult schedules as well, but needless to say, it is a little easier on the movie side, which could result in animators putting out their best work they possibly can. Being able to experience this amazing franchise in the cinema is another big plus. We all already know how good episode 19 of Demon Slayer was. It blew everyone's mind, and it was so good that it was trending on Twitter. Imagine watching something that's even better than that episode among other fans of the series in the cinema together. It is going to be one hell of an experience. And lastly, the other big plus for adapting this arc as a movie is the compact and well adapted experience that it is going to offer. I'm not going to give you any spoilers in this video in case you haven't read the manga, but if you've read the manga, then you understand what I mean. This entire train arc in the manga is about 15 chapters long, including the aftermath. You might have already noticed, every time after a big battle in the series, the characters spend some time resting and regaining their strength. This is the aftermath of every arc. They also train to become more powerful, and this is all in the content that takes place after every big arc. And not only that, this train arc is also a big turning point for this franchise. If you've loved the anime so far, then trust me, what's waiting for you ahead in the story is going to blow your mind. The story so far in the anime can be considered sort of like an introduction to the story. Starting the train arc, the story truly gets crazy, and what better way to mark that turning point in the story than with a mind-blowing movie. And if you've already read the manga, then don't worry. I'm sure the studio is going to add in content in the movie which was not in the manga. They will also probably extend the climax scene of this arc and make that fight 10 times better. They've already actually done this in the anime. Episode 19, which impressed so many people and it was trending on Twitter, was much shorter in the manga. Most of the scenes which were breathtaking in the anime didn't actually exist in the manga, and I expect them to do something similar with the movie as well. Now, these were all the good sides of this entire situation of this arc getting a movie. Now let's move on to the negative side. The big negative about this entire situation is definitely going to be the waiting period. We are going to get this movie sometime in late 2020, I think, which is already about 1 year of wait time. and that too is going to be in Japan. In other regions, the release date of this movie might be different, which will just mean that we'll need to wait even more to watch this movie. And even after that, we are not going to get a season 2 immediately. There is definitely going to be another wait period of few months or probably another year before season 2 actually begins. So by the time they cover the Red Light District arc, which comes after the train arc in the manga, it will probably already be the year 2021. If instead of a movie they simply covered this portion in a proper anime season of about 25 episodes, then the train arc could have been covered in about 7 or 8 episodes. Then we could have started the Red Light District arc without much wait, and the waiting period is definitely the only negative about this entire situation. However, that being said, I will urge you to keep in mind that quality takes time. This is an amazing franchise and it deserves the best. The manga is already in the final arc and it has been amazing throughout since the beginning. Each arc that we get in the manga is better than the last, and the anime did an excellent job adapting the story. So even if it takes time, as long as the adaptation is good in terms of quality, I don't really mind the wait. I'd be really happy to get a proper good quality adaptation rather than facing another One Punch Man season 2 type of situation. Now moving on to the last point, which is the ugly of this entire situation. Since the train arc is going to be a movie, sadly many people are not going to get the opportunity to watch it. Many regions throughout the world actually never show anime movies in the cinemas. The only way to watch anime movies in these regions is to wait months and months for the movie to either be available on Netflix or to buy the disc, which again needs them to wait for months. This is definitely the ugly part about this entire situation, because if the train arc was simply a season 2 of the anime, then almost every region around the world would be able to watch it at the exact same time, which has its own charm. Millions of fans experiencing the same thing throughout the world and discussing it together on social media is definitely one of the best parts about this community. With a movie, sadly the scope for that sort of discussion and that sort of experience is rather limited. And due to that reason, this is definitely the ugly part about this arc getting a movie. But I wanna hear what you guys think. Was it a good decision according to you for this train arc to turn into a movie, or would you have rather preferred to watch a normal anime season instead? Let me know in the comments down below. That is all for this video. Thank you for your constant support on the channel, and I will see you in the next video.